Hey guys, what we have here is a 42-inch Emerson 1895 series ceiling fan in antique brass. This is one of 4 fans I'm going to be testing, 3 of them being the exact same as this one and one of them being in white. But they're all the newer version that has the normal ball socket canopy. And I guess this first video I'll be talking about the specs, I guess, of this type of fan, like what makes it unique or the details of it. Second one like this, I'll be telling the story of how I got it, and then the third one I'll mix it up. I'll still make it an interesting video. I'll change something about it. The white one will be its own video because that came from a different listing, but I figured since it's like pretty much the same fan, I'll just test all of them in sequence. Came with an Emerson light kit with the schoolhouse globe. Now this fan is in the best shape cosmetically from what I can tell. It's only one thing, there is a spot right here where I had to take off this weird kind of styrofoam piece. I'm not really sure why it was there, but otherwise it's really nice. Comes with the stencil blades, came with all the fans. Not sure if you're going to be able to see it, but there's the tag. And let's turn on low speed. Now it should be noted that Sears did make their own version of this, I believe after Emerson discontinued their model. But this is the Emerson version, and you can tell because it has the Emerson KB55 motor inside of there. The blade brackets are actually like really thick, like around here. Here's my finger for reference, but I don't know if that'll help. But yeah, it has to cover such a wide gap that's left in the housing that I guess that's why they did that. And with the older versions, they had like a blender fan upper canopy. I've heard it's still ball socket, but it's kind of kludgy. So maybe it's like a good thing that this one's more normal. And you may notice that this is a bit of a fast low speed. It's more functional, definitely. It's putting out a nice breeze already. I don't know if you can see up there in the canopy how it's actually held up is there's two, a bit too far. There's like 2 little nubs that screw into this like long like open-ended screw or something. I don't really know what it's called, but that's in the mounting bracket, and then you screw those on to have the canopy there. It's kind of strange. Show it with the light off. So I have no need for 3 of these fans, so I believe I'll be selling 2 of the ones that are in the best condition. As we go up to medium speed, you can see that it's already going pretty fast. I mean, with how fans are made nowadays, this is probably like what their high speed would be. Now the only thing that's like wrong with this fan that I really can't figure out is that it has this really inconsistent like clicking noise in when the motor runs. I took apart everything, including like the lower housing, like the light, the blades, like the everything. And I couldn't really figure out why it's doing that, and it might be because it's like rubbing against the windings or something, but I really have no idea. Like everything is really compact in this type of motor, and I'm not experienced with it just because of how it's not really used in that many fans at all. So I don't know, but other than that, it runs really good. These fans all needed a lot of cleaning, especially the glass. I think it looks nice now, but these things were kind of dirty. One thing that should be noted is that they all came with these Emerson poles. You see these, a lot of old Emerson fans, what they decided to do is they just made the pole chain all one piece. You can't, there's no little finial thing or whatever you call it to disconnect it. They just made it really long, which I guess is fine. It's not really that much of a problem, but it'd be nicer to have the option, I think, retrospectively, but I don't think it matters. Alright, let's go to high. Here's where it really starts to fly. The clicking noise is like seemingly overpowered by like the wind noise this thing makes, but I still wonder if I could fix it. If anyone knows what's up with that, then let me know. But yeah, this thing is moving. And it's actually like really quiet. Normally the biggest complaint with these fans is that they're very buzzy and loud. And, you know, if it's like dead silent here, like and I have no windows on, no nothing playing, then yeah, I can hear it a bit. But it's quieter than the SMC that was in here before. Just because there's really no noise isolation, because the blades mount onto a metal flywheel. There's no washers on the blades or anything. In fact, the blade screws that connect to the flywheel and the blade screws that connect the blade brackets to the blades are exactly the same. It's also interesting how this light kit is like stepped, if that makes sense. Another version difference is that the reverse switch used to be on top of the motor on the older ones, so I definitely like that it's on the bottom, or just on the switch housing. But yeah, no wobble. I spent a lot of time trying different blade configurations because I made the mistake of not remembering which ones went to which, so a lot of trials just ended up having this thing wobble like crazy, but now it's wobble free. Alright, and let's do spin down. The bearings on this I assume are really good, because the spin down takes a while. Yep. These are really cool fans. Not much can really fail in them, so that's why you can still see these in operation today, even though these are from the 80s. I don't think there's a way to find an exact date with these, but it's just from around that time. You could probably date it just based on the fact that it's a newer version, but to get the exact month or year, you're probably not going to figure that out. Another thing is, I never knew if, because the 52-inch version, the older ones were 4-speed. This one, as you can tell, is 3-speed, but I don't know if the oldest versions of like the 42-inch fans were 4-speed as well, or if that was like exclusively for the biggest size this came in. Yeah, I just don't need all of them. I don't have a place to put them exactly. I'm going to keep the white one, because that still fits most modern applications. But definitely a cool fan. I'd like to, ideally, like I said earlier, I'd keep one of the antique brass and the white one. as we spin down, you can see the brackets are definitely more curved. Another difference was that the earlier ones were very pointed. They went all the way to the edge of the blade, and then they were a bit more pointier around here. But that's really all I can think of, and as spin down comes to a close, I just want to say thanks for watching and stay tuned for the videos of the other fans. Alright, see ya.